Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is none, no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset, or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, Sarah, Millie. Hello. Good to see y'all. Ann, hello, Ann. I hope you're feeling good today, Miss Ann. Good to see you. Aurora, hi. Wait, what? Hello, beautiful. Oh, my beautiful people here. It's actually going to miss us. It's not going to come up so far, but I sure pray for everybody that is in the storm. I sure do. And I hear JLR is out chasing the storm. I could only be in there for a minute this morning to tell him and Magnolia to be safe. And I hope to get back in there and see him this afternoon. And I hope they are safe. But yeah, and I got sent some pictures from Beth Ann, and it is storming and raining where she's at. And woo, man, I feel for anybody in the storm's path. Anybody, even them haters. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I really wouldn't. And I hope nobody loses power, which I'm sure there's going to be some. Anyway, I'll be praying for y'all and thinking of you. We'll probably get some rain and winds. We'll be on the back end of it. But Jacqueline, hello. Dee, hello. Brian, hello. Nice to see you. Samantha. Everybody, welcome in. Tam here. Hello. Welcome. You wasn't getting your lives, Miss Ann? Oh, I'm so sorry. YouTube does that sometimes. It's not just me, it's everybody. It happens every now and then. Every now and again. But I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are. And I hope you're all blessed. Hello. Welcome everybody coming in. Welcome. Deb, Dispatch Crystal. Hello. Welcome. I hope everybody is safe. Amanda Jane, hello. So nice to see you. Everybody. So nice to see everybody. So I just thought I would come on here for a bit. It was quiet here. And bring out some awareness, at least, on Sebastian. Again, there's no new news, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's been over 5 months. It'll be 6 months here in August. This is August 4th, 2024. He was reported missing on the 26th. Hey, Samantha. Sebastian Strong. Sebastian Strong. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. And you know, a lot of people feel like he went missing sometime February 25th. That was the last time that he was seen with his mom, at least in his home. The last known video was with his mom at Texas Roadhouse, and then you got the trash video, which was grainy. But that's believed to be Sebastian. You have the Amber Alert. I always do that wrong. The Amber Alert out on him. Now, the picture I put up said 110 pounds. But some saying he was 110 pounds because that was changed by his mom. Hey, Bo. I actually think she wanted Duchess to change that. And I think that was changed, if I'm not mistaken, by Duchess in the beginning. But yet it was given to the Amber Alert system. That he weighed 120 pounds. In the beginning, what he was wearing was also changed. That's just a couple of red flags out to me. Dee, I really hope you are safe. I really do. And I am praying for everybody in the storm. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I hope he is, but in my personal opinion, just in my opinion, and I don't even like to say this on here because I know, you know, his dad don't, you know, his dad believes he's alive. There's a lot of you on here in my chat right now that do. But in my opinion, I personally don't think so. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. Only because everything that his mom did that locked him and her in the house. I know you are, Dee. That locked him and her in the house. That's just my personal opinion. But is it possible? Yeah. Yeah. It's possible. It's possible he would show back up because it's possible that this was a whole thing after he was handed off to someone else. Even that morning is possible. Is it likely? I don't know. Anything's possible, though. And then you have Chris saying on somebody's panel, I really don't remember who, that his biggest fear was if Sebastian got away. if Sebastian got away, what does he mean by that? Is he alive out there and scared he'll get away and tell what happened? I don't know. So some days I do and some days I don't. I even said on my live, I feel however he left. I feel however he left that morning out of the garage in Katie's car. That's what I feel like. I feel he could have been alive, but drugged up enough to be dosed up asleep, to be handed off and hidden. Yes, that's possible. But do I think that in reality? No. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say this, which I'm probably really sticking my foot in my mouth here, but I do find it kind of strange that when there was this big blow up in North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever it was, y'all know what I'm talking about. And we have people go up there and then they ask about it and then they go, oh, well, you need to come with us and let's get your ID and yada, yada, yada. But when Seth, the biological father, goes up there, he can't get any information or anything. And then nobody can track this woman down. But then all of a sudden, poof, she comes out of nowhere and says, oh, y'all leave, this kid, this is my kid. Okay. So we're no longer supposed to talk about that, and we have to take his picture down because that's her kid. That has always bothered me because guess what? I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, okay. Because you would have to be thank you, Karen. You would have to be kind of delusional if you do go back and look, or you put her kid even back in pictures and you go, that's not the same kid that was at the North Carolina thing. Put them side by side. That's not the one that was in that photo. But we need to move on from that. Just saying. Just saying. So he could be very well hid out with somebody until... And Chris knew it wasn't right away, right? Chris knows everything for him not to be there. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that has kind of bothered me. But, you ain't going to change anybody's mind. So we just go on and do what we do, and then it just gets crazier and crazier. And then I'm going to tell you, we don't have anybody. We have Seth, but we don't have the mom or the stepdad where he lived at searching. And there's either he's not alive and they know it, or he is alive and they know it. Right? So either way, why would they search? They can say they're doing it in private. Seth says he's doing it in private, but we know. But they can say they're doing it in private. But here's the thing. Seth has been all over the internet, the YouTubes, and the news. But here's the thing. They've been on also, I'll say, but theirs was more, well, let me put it this way. Games with certain people and sling blade bullshit and jokes and pranks and trying to meet up and bump uglies with YouTube creators and that's to say it nicely, and just different things. Then they decide to go get you like that one, Sarah? Bump uglies. Well, he did. That's the truth. I'm just telling the truth, right? He was sure trying to bump uglies. I mean, I wonder if she could get one of them. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. I fear for my life. Protection orders. I mean, these streets have gone stupidly wild. He does. He does. Lord have mercy. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just speaking the truth. Oh, Lord, honey. But what bothers me the most is now I fear for my ugly. Millie. I fear for my ugly. I need to get a. Oh, I fear for my ugly. Let me get all my YouTube family together. They all heard it on a live, honey. I brought it out. It was recorded. Yes, really, it's the truth. The truth is the truth is the truth, and you don't have to hide the truth. Not everyone's as ugly. Is that right? I don't know. I don't get down there and inspect. Hey, I guess that's where the OBGYNs, boy, I don't know. I don't know how they have a life outside their job, honestly. Just saying. Ooh, doggy. Oh. You fear for your sanity. Honey, I done lost my sanity a long time ago. But what bothers me, let me get back to the story. What bothers me is this. All this crazy, insane stuff. Oh, Planet Diva, thank you, honey. I don't know that I'm doing anything. I don't know that I'm doing anything. Laughing. I'm laughing. You got to laugh, honey. You got to smile. That's why Smiley's got this name. Honey, I don't know. It's good genes. I got that from my mama. I got that from my mama. Thank you, honey. But these streets are really insane. So it's beyond sad, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating that almost 6 months now into this, that Sebastian is just vanished off the face of this earth. And it's like he just fell off inside his home, inside his own home. Hey, Lacey. Sebastian, we're just talking about Sebastian and how wild these streets are. How wild these streets are. But it's like a thief came in the night. Or who knows, maybe the rapture came. Maybe the rapture came. Maybe Sebastian was the only lucky one to go up in the rapture. And actually, maybe, just maybe, the news and everybody needs to check around the world and see if anybody at that date and the same time come up missing, more specifically in that area, at the exact same time and second that Sebastian did, and in that manner. And then it can be crystal clearly clear and be resolved. It was the rapture. Not making fun of the rapture, I'm just saying, then we'll know. And then we can all get our stuff in order. And there you go. And then we'll need to apologize to Katie and Chris and the Bowersocks and anybody else that we have intentionally or not intentionally accused. And we need to repent. And okay, there you go. But I got news for you all. I don't think that happened. I don't think it happened. And now Craddock is sheriff. Prayers out, though, to Sonny Weatherford's family. I hear he was at was it a conference or something up in Pigeon Forge? And an accident happened. Health medical accident. And now Craddock is sheriff. So what does this mean for Sebastian's case? Who's going to take Craddock's place? Yeah, and we all know about Craddock and his little thoughts on things, people taking advantage of women. But, that person that put it up, that was made to go down. But she still got it. She still got it. So law enforcement is supposed to be protecting people that's being taken advantage of in ways like that. I'm just going to put it like that. And they're sheriffs and all that. But now, Sumner County, when voting comes up, y'all can remember that. And you know, y'all can remember that. Because that's really gross. That's really gross. I would hate for him to be out on a against your will call, let's just say. Sad. But they don't want that out there. They don't want that out there. Wonder who's taking his place, though. Wonder who will take his place. Just wondering. Where is Sebastian? Where is Sebastian? He did not go up in a rapture. He did not fall off the face of the earth. He is somewhere out there on God's green earth somewhere, alive or not alive. He's somewhere. But where? We're going to keep looking, and we're going to keep searching, and we're going to keep awareness out, and we're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep saying his name. And I agree with Chris Proudfoot on one thing. I agree with him on one thing. Even after he's found, this will be a case to be studied for years. That come out of Chris's mouth too. So was this premeditated? Alive or not alive? Was this premeditated? Hey, Kendra and everybody coming in. Welcome, welcome. So I do agree with his stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, on that, because we're not going to shut up no matter how much family you rally together. You can't rally together for your child or your stepchild or your step-grandchild. It's just very concerning that Sebastian has been missing, allegedly, a little over 5 months. And we don't know everything. We don't. None of us know everything. Allegedly, Mr. Chris don't know everything because he wasn't there. Remember? Allegedly. But we don't know everything. None of us do. Behind the scenes, just to be fair to everyone. But again, it don't matter. It don't matter who you are or who you like. This is about a teenager. A teenager who's missing with a medical condition. He don't just have autism. He has a chromosome missing. And according to his mother and his biological father, he also has a pocket of fluid around his brain. This should be an urgent matter, 24/7, actually, at all costs until he is found either way, right? Because until he's found either way to law enforcement or until or for his mother, she should be able to, she should be allegedly so scared and upset, and that if somebody had him, that he would be unalived or maybe fall or get hurt or XYZ because of his brain, his pocket of fluid around the brain, right? And she would be terrified about that, but she shows no, I don't know if this is a word, terrification, if you will. But I don't know. I would be more frantic because if he's unalive and she knows it, then she knows where he's at. They don't make it right. It don't. It's bad. It's going to be bad for her, them. But she knows, okay? if he's missing or he run away, which in my opinion, that didn't happen, or if a stranger has him, common sense would tell you she'd be more frantic, especially because he has a lot of issues. She would really be scared for his life then, correct? She ain't out there trying to search for him. She ain't talking to give interviews, no real interviews. She's not taking the opportunity to talk to the news. Hey, but she's in fear for her life. She can foul on YouTubers. We know she fouled on Bullhorn Betty now. They even got the Bauer socks and all that. Hey, Charles. Hey, everybody coming in. So now we know. But one thing that was a huge turnoff, they interviewed Bullhorn Betty about that. But guess what? They asked Katie Proudfoot, did she want to make a comment or a statement? That was a lost opportunity, in my opinion, for Katie. She didn't take that opportunity for anything, not even to speak about her son or just to say in the local news that could have went to national news, to anything. All I want is my son home. Nada, nothing, another misunderstood. Not misunderstood, another missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. Hey, nerdy girl, that Katie could have had to bring her son's name to light and out there to the real news. Why did she not take it? Why did she not take it? Was she scared Bullhorn Betty was going to come through the newsman, which she wouldn't even be there at the time, and take her life? I don't think so. Come on now. Where's Sebastian? Yeah, I did think about that. And did you ever think about that her attorney, like any other person's attorney that looks out for their best interest, even in huge movie stars, which Katie is not, that goes on media, Good Morning America, big stations, could have sat there beside her and spoke for her, since little Miss Katie don't like to speak, Mitten Mama? Have you ever thought about that? It's because Katie, Mitten Mama, don't want to talk about her son, period. She don't want to bring the light to her son, period. Have you ever thought about that? Boom. It's very concerning. It's very concerning. This should be an urgent matter, especially for her son. Especially especially if they didn't do anything or she didn't do anything and she believes he run away, which did not happen. I feel, in my opinion, which I'm titled to. Now, all they can do is go on from day one and mock and laugh and giggle. There's even a video out there I shared and put out. She literally bites her tongue and laughs. There's no excuse. They want to talk about at the very beginning, they didn't go to the first vigil or any vigil because their lives were in danger. They've been building this shit up before any YouTuber ever went to Tennessee. Bullshit. Why would you fear your life was in danger if you did not do anything? If you're so worried about it, do what George Anthony did. You wanted the vigil moved from in front of your house. Get the damn hose pipe out there and spray them fuckers. I would have. You're so big badass, it's your house. If you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing. Stop it. Stop it. Our lives are in danger too, talking about your kids. Y'all don't care about that. Even the haters. But they want to play like, never mind, because we don't care about them. But see, it wouldn't be all right if our lives was in danger or put out there or our families or this or that. If we agreed with you, but we ain't going to agree with wrong or you just because we're willing to walk through that fire for Sebastian. Sebastian's the victim here, not us and not you. So that's fine. I'm appalled that any family could go get an order of protection, actually, on anybody and act all scared for their lives when they should use their time to be scared for their child's life, unless they know he don't have a life anymore. Does he have a life anymore? But in my opinion, also, how can you be scared for your life? And I'm just asking this because, see, I think, and it's not good when I think. How can you be scared for your life? And I'm specifically speaking to Kathy and Terry now. We ain't even talking about Katie no more. Because, see, Kathy and Terry goes and gets out a protection order now on somebody. How can Kathy and Terry go get a protection order out when they're out in their car on a public road, Kathy driving, mind you, down away from her house at least 20 or 30 minutes, stalking a full-grown man way out of her home area, and Kathy's doing all the driving. That's not too scared and in fear for your life, is it? No, ma'am, it's not. No, ma'am, it's not. Hey, PJ, that's not scared for your life. You don't go towards danger. And then Terry goes out of his way to look on YouTube and see Bullhorn Betty live. And what does he do? She's on a public road and he takes a picture of her license. Now, I probably wouldn't have got out of the car if I was her, but that's just me. But I don't know. I take that. I don't know what I would have done. But then he parks behind her, okay? But again, never mind all that. He went out of his way to find out where she was at and go stalk her and get behind her, right? Take pictures of her, right? He ain't scared of her. Now, I met Bullhorn Betty. She's a small lady. That ain't scared. So you're feared for your life? That don't make no sense. Now, we don't know what's going on in the background, so I can't speak for Katie. I cannot speak for Katie at all. Bullhorn Betty says she has not done anything in the background, to message or scare her or whatever. I don't know. I don't know either way. I'm not going to sit here and lie and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Nobody, no YouTuber, no parent, no suspect, nobody has a right to be threatened by anybody, period. I can have my thoughts and my opinions. We may not all agree, but we can all be adults about this. But again, my point is, where was Katie when she was asked to speak to the news? She declined. She had every opportunity to speak about her child. She didn't even have to speak so much on even say Bullhorn Betty's name. She another lost opportunity. Every twist and turn. Every twist and turn. She's chose not to ask to bring him home. Everything that I've saw that they did, every interview was, you won't be in trouble. Why does it go to that? Why would Sebastian be in trouble? Because he was in trouble all the time? If she thought he ran away, again, she should be even more upset, in my opinion, because he had medical issues. Hold on. I'm going to tell y'all again. I had a cousin that ran away. Remember? I've talked about it many times. Right there in Nashville, Tennessee. At the time, she lived off of on Neely's Bend Road. I don't care to tell y'all. Look her up. Joni, Joni, Robin, Robin, Scruggs, Scruggs. Look it up. I don't give a shit. I still remember when my cousin, 16, ran away. She was a straight A student. She was a cheerleader. She was an only child. She ran away with her boyfriend. They ended up in California. I've told this before. I haven't got the whole story out, and I won't because of assholes. I was accused one time of lying. He left her in California. Long story short, she ended up staying where she wouldn't be on the streets, where she had somewhere to sleep. People from Venezuela, yada, yada, come in the back room, use the silencer. They off the people in the back for whatever reason. She was asleep on the couch with the blanket and cover on her head. But those people don't play. And they was going to make sure, absolutely sure, she didn't peek under the cover. They didn't have no witnesses. And as they were walking out the door, right here, by the time they found them all, and it was my aunt's only child, they, anyway, they got her back to Nashville. Well, my aunt had to fly out there, long story. You know, and it was a closed casket. It was impossible. Impossible. That scarred me for life. But anyway, my aunt, and my whole family, every day she was gone. Every day she was gone. They did not talk about it. They did not cry about it. They were not on the news about it. They were not trying to search. They were not this. They were not that. Even until the day my aunt died a couple of years ago. It's always been the saddest thing. They know he didn't walk out that house, that he didn't run away. That's my opinion and my belief. You don't look for something, you know where it's at. You just don't. It's very concerning. It's plenty of red flags. It's plenty of red flags. Red flags, the phone call, specific times, 9:43, 9:46, that's just my opinion. Won't go to the vigils. Won't put out the flyers. I asked for the sign. I would pay for it that he told me on my interview that his mom made and helped put out. Was that just for looks? I don't know. As soon as I got off my interview, I messaged him about that. I was not kidding. I wanted some. Never heard back from that. The thud. The thud was a red flag. That just popped up later. The calling, the regular line being put straight through. I mean, having Katie on mute on a three-way. Who does that? Hey, Guidance. Hello, everybody coming in. No, there's no proof he walked out. There's excuse after excuse and everything's added. He's always speaking for her, but he says she can talk for herself. He wasn't there, supposedly, allegedly. There was somewhere else where he said, you know, she can talk. Where I think he is. Hold on a minute. I don't know how far up it'll let me go. Betty on stream saying Katie unalived her kid without evidence is wrong. Betty's gonna get her wings. I don't know what Betty said about all that. I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't see yours. I'm still going up, but I don't see yours. You might have to put it back in again. He won't TB law enforcement, so he has connections. Or am I confusing? Coffee Lady, there is some connections in the Sumner County, as far as I know. Yeah, where were the adults when it came to protecting Sebastian? Where was his protection orders? Where were they? I don't know about that, Nerdy Girl, but what I do know is, because I didn't hear that personally, but Terry was following Bullhorn Betty. But what I do know for a fact is, and I will just fall over if Melissa gets one against her. What I do know is when they interviewed, when Trev Time interviewed Nina, one of his ex-wives, that she said something about Terry came out with a baseball bat, I believe, allegedly. And also Melissa, I believe his sister, told Chris to get in the truck and back the truck up and run over her. So that may be where that's getting confused at. So that's what my understanding was. So if that family will do that to the mother of his child, then, well, I don't know. That speaks for itself if you ask me. I just caught myself forgetting to smash the button, so I went to smash it, and I'm thinking others may have forgot. So please go smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Thank you. And not forget the criticism of Sebastian so freely given out by CP and KP interviews paraphrase. He's got a goofy smile and how he dances and wipe that chocolate milk. Yeah. And don't forget how how they mocked him and all that stuff. What's the problem with that? You know? Kathy, what I saw, okay, let me ask you this. From what I saw, they were in a public, I might be wrong, they were both in a public parking lot. Right or wrong? They were in a public parking lot. So he come by taking pictures of her, and she said there is Terry Bauer socks, and he was taking pictures of her, and he pulled behind her, and she turned around and said he could get pictures of me, let me get pictures of him. And she did the same. And then she got out of the car. I just said I probably would not have did that. But again, I stand by what I said. Why was he away from his Gallatin home down there, which they're both allowed to be in a public place? And again, never mind all that. Kathy and him both was following other YouTube creators. This has nothing to do with when Betty was there and running around taking pictures of them, grown-ass men. They're not scared, is my point. But yeah, there's so many red flags. Yeah, they haven't been home long enough to be harassed. How about that? And besides that, if your kid is missing, you don't tuck tail and run. You don't just go bye. Bye. See ya. We're packing up, leaving. No. And if she's scared for her life, then you know what? Have her mother-in-law come over there and stay with her. Have her friends come stay with her. If he's got to go back to work, no. I'm not leaving my house. I would hire somebody to come stay with me. Or better yet, if I was so scared and I was going to go with my husband, I would hire somebody to come stay in my house in case my child come back. How about that? Let's just make it simple. Okay, Katie's scared for her life. Katie's scared for her life. Let's give Katie that. Katie's scared for her life. Okay. You house set. You hire people to house set. You hire people to dog sit. Come water the plants. They got money. Hire somebody to come sit in that empty house then while because you sure as hell can't be scared, or your assets can't be so, I don't know, unless you've got a freezer. Maybe you're scared somebody might look in the freezer. Oh, that couldn't be it, could it? Then let somebody come house sit while you're gone. How about that? How about that? Thank you for being a member, Rhonda. We appreciate you. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Let's see who else I got here. And Nancy, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, Nancy. I was running my mouth. Thank you, Nancy. I welcome y'all. Oh, Lord. Yeah, by any means, maybe that's it. They didn't want somebody to house it because they didn't want somebody to look in a freezer. Wonder if LE or TBI or somebody looked in their freezer. I don't know. Katie said he could be anywhere. Yeah, we're never going to shut up. Hey, Chris. Christy Lynn. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. You know, we can all have thoughts and opinions, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, just stop arguing in chat. Y'all don't have to agree with everything and everybody. You don't have to. Yeah, you know what I think? I think everybody needs to worry about their own self and don't worry about who gets sued, who gets a gag order on them. Because if it ain't you, then don't worry about it. Honestly, I'm just saying. That's what I think. That's what I think. Sebastian is not the parent that Sebastian was last with. Seth was the only parent that has shown up and shown out and physically searched for Sebastian. Right. The very last thing that you, here, hold on. The very last thing that you would ever think a parent would do was pack up and leave with a missing son. Exactly. Exactly. See. Yeah, it's okay to think that they're innocent. If some people think that Katie and Chris are guilty, that's fine. It shouldn't matter either way what you think. If you think they're innocent, fine. If you think they're guilty, fine. You don't see me going over and listen. Even though I'm not good at the making stuff, I could sit here right now and have somebody make me all kinds of memes and shit. Do you see me bashing these other channels? That y'all better think about that, because I can. Do you see me bashing these other channels or making my content or my money on these other channels that are with Katie and Chris? No, you don't. Do you see me doing all that shit and making money on that? No, you don't. I don't care what they're doing. I don't know why they care what I'm doing or what the others are doing or whatever. I don't care. Ask the people that send me shit all the time. They're like, this one's doing this. I don't care. I don't watch them. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why they care. They're garbage. But everybody has their right. If they want to believe in Katie and Chris, that's their God-given right. And I'm not worried about them, and I'm not saying anything about them. There's been times I've also said, I've agreed or said nice things about them. I don't hate anybody. I don't have facts about everybody. But I'm not going to agree with something that I think is wrong just to be a part of. I don't give a damn about that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. If you have to agree with somebody just to be a part of or whatever, I feel sorry for you, actually. And I'm not going to agree with Seth, and I'm not going to agree with any creator, or I'm not going to agree with this or that. If I do what I think's right, and I'm not always right, I'm not always right. Period. None of us are. None of us are perfect. But we all have thoughts, feelings, and can think. Good Lord. Yeah, hit the green hearts. Put a lot of green hearts in here. Yeah, and it's always good to listen to other people's opinions and thoughts. It don't make it right, but it can make you start thinking and say, well, it couldn't be this, but maybe it could be because of they think this, but it could be this, or, it's okay to disagree. You don't act childish, I seen somebody that was that agrees, that's on Chris and Katie's side, that's on Chris and Katie's side. I promise to God. I don't watch them, but for some reason it come up in my algorithm, and I normally would have just passed it on, and but the title, and then it was about 9 minutes, and it was, I promise to God, laughing and making fun because the sheriff had died. I am like, are you really serious right now? Cold-hearted, no heart, no absolute nothing, no morals. Well, we already knew this, but it's like, and this is somebody that's on Katie and Chris's side, and I'm like, what a dumb wench. Dumb. I can't with these people. Yeah, they care no more. And they say they're on Katie and Chris's side, but they care no more about these people. Thank you for being a member, Jen. Yay! Welcome, Smiley Squad, to Smiley Squad. But they care no more about these people or their kids. That's it. They're just bullies. Just bullies. That's it. That's absolutely it. That's all you can say about them. Or notice that the freezer's gone. Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. It's just sad, man. It's sad. And at the end of the day, he is why we are here, that we should be here, and just keeping his name out in awareness. There's no room, TJ, there's no room for BS and hatred and all this stuff. And all the stuff. I know, I heard about that on the Olympics, and I was like, oh, wow. And then my son had stopped by here today, and he's like, well, he was discussing that with me, and I'm like, he's like, just think about it, and just think this, and that. I'm like, I know, so I won't give my opinions here or whatever, but I'm like, I know, but that's, yeah, and well, we both agree, but I'm just like, you're exactly right, and that was, I'm like, oh. But yeah. Let's see, my son brought me Sebastian flyer asking if his brother had passed away. He's seen his brother in oh my gosh, Bear, I am so sorry. Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, when I first saw Sebastian, he reminded me so much of my son, one of my sons, and he's autistic and everything. And I'm like, when he was younger and everything too. And I'm like, oh my word. And it's just so sad, And then, even little Summer, my grandson, thank you, Samantha. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to Smiley Squad. Welcome. Even my grandson, he messaged me on the family messenger the other day. Like, I don't let him on my Facebook. I have a Facebook just for, Smiley Story. And I try to keep my family separate off of this. But I noticed on the family one, which I don't ever even really go on anymore, unfortunately. But I noticed he messaged me, and oh, it was so sweet. I want to give a shout out to Olivia. Put her channel down because this is so sweet. And oh, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you, Some Crusader. Thank you. Thank you. He and Jude, hey Jude drew this for me. Hey Jude drew this for me. And I used to do Summer all the time, which there's unfortunately no new news in her. But my grandson said, he calls me Mama, and he said, Mama, he said, you need to go check out this channel. It's like they do all kinds of, but he said DAD. He's like, you need to go check out this channel, and they do all these kids and stuff that's missing and gone. And he's like, you need, and you got to remember he's young, and he's like, and it's it was Olivia's channel. And it was Olivia's channel, and he's like, and they do Summer Wells. They do Summer Wells. You need to go check it out. And I said, first of all, I said, I'm not going to add you to my Smiley Story Facebook because I done told you about all the dangers and stuff. I said, but Olivia is super nice, honey. And I said, does your mom know that you're on there? I said, just, don't be typing nothing on there. I said, and that is one of Mama's friends. I said, Mama knows her. And I said, I will have her block you if you're on there writing anything. But I said, she does a very good job and she's very nice. But yeah, he told me that because he wanted me to see about Summer. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. I said, now you can call me or text me on this one since I don't go over on my other one much, but just be careful now. But yeah, but they know, I care about these kids and they worry. And when your children worry and they say, something like that was, is my brother gone or, something like that, it's sad. And, it really is. Oh, yeah. It's just sad, man. It is. So sad. I just want all these children to be found. And the grandson that I'm speaking about, and see, he knows because he's the one, when I started, we had, he's been through a lot too, because we had Hurricane Michael, and he lost his home. He lost his home. He had to be taken away and gone to Maine. His, mom, they had to go to Maine. Then later on, we had to go back and pick them up. He'll never forget that. But before, right when they got back, he's the one I told y'all that got missing for a little bit, because the school, literally, he was a car rider, and the school told him he was not a car rider, literally pushed him out the gate, made him walk home. He didn't even know, girl, it was a lot of stuff, let me tell you. So it kind of scarred him. He could have been kidnapped. This lady, thank God, wasn't no killer or nothing. But he could have been, his mom was at the school, the police, everybody, we were down there. You could hear the sirens a mile away. I mean, it was horrible. But anyway, that's for another day. So he really pays attention to this stuff. And it's hard on these kids. Yeah. It is your worst fear. I did. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Oh, but yeah. But, we just got to keep their name and face out there. Thank you, Beth Ann. Thank you. Are you still good down there right now? Is it still raining, Beth Ann? I know it does me too. It does me too. It does me too. And since when, he just, I don't feel he thought he had anybody he could trust. And it wasn't the teacher's fault. He went out and told the teachers. The teachers sent CPS out there, which I'm going to be doing another case that I saw. I'm putting it together now, or I was earlier, and I'll still be doing some stuff. And CPS had been out there so many times. It was just so sad. So many times. But with Sebastian, CPS went out there and they were he felt turned away by Chris. Oh, I know you, and you've been out here before, and yada, yada, yada. And, then Sebastian didn't know whether that was, the teachers or who to trust or, it's sad, man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of my mods might be able to help me here. I believe those were identified. The best of my knowledge, I believe they were identified. I will try to find out. Hey, Justin. Hello, honey. I will try to find out, but I can't remember who it was, but I believe they were identified, and I can't remember if it was male, female. But I think they were identified. So, I would imagine they're still open until he's found. I would imagine it's still an open investigation. That would just be my opinion. If they were open then, I would assume they're open now. They're investing in air tags. Yeah. But yeah, all we can do is we just need to keep his name out, keep his name and face alive, keep the flyers out, keep talking about him. That's all we can do. No. Keep talking about him. And, these things are not going to stop us. These things will not stop us. So there's that. But other than that, if you have any information on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, or you remember anything, or you remember seeing Chris, Katie, the 25th, the 26th, the night of, around the neighborhood, you can think of anything that was said or done, or hell, the Bowersox for that matter. If you can remember anything that sounds fishy, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND Bobby Simmons or Detective B. Carter at 615-451-3838. And if you call, document it. Document it. And to all YouTube creators, I would just suggest, I know you have your lives going on. Thank you. Thank you, Ernie Rose, for becoming a member. I would just say document everything you do. I know you have your lives and everything like that, but I would just say document everything that you do. Because you never know. You never know. So I'm going to get off of here now, but don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. You be you and do your thing. Do your thing. Okay? I'm going to pull some cards. Make today count. Make today count. And do all things with great love. And remember, this is going to be a great day. Okay? All right. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for becoming members. I love you all. Thank you to my mods. Thank you, everybody. I love you all so much. And I just pray that Sebastian will be found soon. Love you. See you later. Have a nice day. Be safe out there in the rain and weather. Bye.